guys, my name is Jason and thanks for tuning into my channel Pips-N-Chits. It has been a super long time since I recorded any videos. No unboxing videos, no solo gameplay videos, nothing. Today, however, I had a little bit of a hankering to play a solo game. Now, my wife is out of town at a conference for her work, which left me by myself. So I decided I wanted to play Sanctuary. It is a Ark Nova game. It is set in the Ark Nova universe, where I am going to be playing against the AI solo bots, if you will, to build my own zoo, and hopefully over the course of 18 turns, or possibly better than 18 turns, I am going to try to score as many victory points as I can. Now, I've only played this game a couple of times. One time solo previously, where I played and I did get the scoring wrong at the end, so I kind of had to throw that one out. And then my wife and I played. It's a relatively easy game to pick up. She did in fact beat me, however, which disappointed me, seeing I had played it a few times and it was her first time. She was able to close out with that important first player or first person to finish everything and get that additional 10 points. So in today's video, or today's game session, if you will, I am going to play with all 4 conservations. Now, there's 3 ways to win the game. 1, fill up your entire map, so there are no hexes left to set down any tiles. Number 2, triggers the game when all 4 of your conservation tiles have been played. And kind of in the beginner game, they kind of recommend that you only have to do 3 and you can go ahead and forget the 4th one to make it slightly easier. And then the third way you can win the game, or the game is triggered, if you will, is if all 18 of the solo bot chits are removed from the board, kind of like a timer. You can adjust the difficulty. If you want to make it slightly harder, you can remove a couple chits. They recommend, if you want kind of a challenge, only to include 15 chits. But I'm going to include all 18 today. That might give me a total of 3 extra turns to pull it out. But let's get down to the table here and we'll kind of talk through the decision making and the rules as I play. And we have to go ahead and finish setup as well. All right, here we are at the table. We're almost ready for setup. I tried to squeeze in what I could just for the camera, my overhead camera here. So this is going to be our zoo, our main playing tile area here, where I am going to be playing tiles either from the market or my hand into here, and I want to fill up as much as I can. Up here will be the market. You will notice numbers 1 through 6. And we will be setting out some tiles by random from here, and every turn we will be selecting a tile from there, and then on the AI bot's turn they will be digging. In here are my 18 chits, and depending on what number comes up, they will be taking a free tile and that'll be removed from the game, and that's how they're going to be scoring things. Down here, a couple things I have to do. We always start the project icon, or the purple card, if you will, is always going to start here on 1. The rest of these tiles are all going to start on their side 1 face. Notice if we ever upgrade the cards, they do have a side 2 or an upgraded one, and notice the arrow changes from the left to the right. That'll make sense in a minute. But we have to kind of randomize these a little bit. So I'm going to shuffle these up, kind of looking off camera so I don't see. And we'll go ahead and stop here. And we'll go ahead and set these tiles just as they are. Okay, next thing we have to do is up here on this board. This is our little sideboard. You notice that there's 5 colors. That's for all 5 players. However, it's just going to be me today, playing black, so I have my black tiles over here. If you were playing a multiplayer game, other players would be playing one of these type of colors. I'll explain this in a second, because first we have to set these out. This is random. Here we have some tiles here that we're going to kind of shuffle up, and they are going to have some iconography on those. And depending how we play the game, this is where so no two games are ever the same here. That's the great thing on this solo game, and it is kind of a little brain burner here. So kind of shuffling these up, and we'll reveal tiles. And this first one is a predator. The next one is Africa. The next one is Australia, and let's kind of shuffle these up a little bit more. And this one here will be a primate or ape. And then finally, this last one here is the Americas. Okay, so the rest of these tiles here, the ones that we did not choose, go kind of back in the box. And so now what these refer to is there are going to be some icons on each one of these tiles as we play them out. And if I can ever match two of these icons out here on the board, I can go ahead and play a conservation token. So in other words, let's say I play 2 Australian animals or 2 Australian buildings or something. I could select that, and if I put that down under Australia here, let's say like that, I would go ahead and score 5 points. Now maybe the next one I play is the primates, and let's say I was able to get 4 primates out there, and maybe I go ahead and do that, and at the end of the game I would get 10 points. So as long as I go ahead and play all 4 of these, that will trigger the end of the game. Now there is a way, even if I'm a little shy of getting, let's say, Americas. Let's say I only have, let's say I want to get this, I have yet to play that 5th one out here, or this last one that's 5 times, and I only have 4 Americas out there on the game board. If I have a wild tile or a conservation tile, I could play a conservation tile to make up for my deficiency. I'll show you how we can earn those later on in the game. But let's go ahead and talk about these here. Once I play any of these things, like 2 projects or 1 conservation, or I have 3 lands in contiguous order, or I play 4, in this case 4 not equal, so 4 completely different animal types, I could flip these over. And what these allow me to do is take these cards, if you will, that we shuffled up randomly, and allow me to choose one of them and flip them to their more powerful side. So right now you'll notice that the arrows are pointing to the left-hand side. If I were to flip a tile over, notice the power goes from 3 to 4, which makes that not only stronger, but we have some additional benefits as well. Like here, I could play 2 animal tiles that equal a power of 4 instead of just 1 animal tile. Also here it says I can draw 2 tiles from the pile, which is going to be this, as opposed to this is also draw 2 tiles from the pile. Where this makes a big difference is here on this card here. On the project card, I could either take 1 tile from the display, which is going to be the market, or if I flip it to the more powerful side, now I can take 2 tiles from the display, and that will go into my hand. Now, speaking of my hands, I can only have a maximum. At the end of my round, I can only have a maximum of 7 tiles. If I go over 7 tiles, then I have to discard, and we will be putting a discard pile maybe off to the side here for my discard pile, because the bot, he's going to be collecting some, every round he is going to be collecting something up here, and he is going to be scoring his own points at the end of the game. Now down here, we'll notice a couple things. The first player that triggers the end of the game is going to get the first player token, or the first end of, I don't know what you call this actually, but just know that the first player that triggers the end of the game will automatically get 10 points. That will give the other player, in that case it might be me, I have 1 round left, that next final round, to accomplish the same thing, end the game, and if I do, I get 5 points. If I don't, then I get no points. So we want to go ahead and try to get this first. And as a reminder, if I play all 4 conservation tiles here, I'm going to trigger the end of the game. If we, and we'll probably never do this, if we were to get rid of everything in the pile, that triggers the end of the game. And finally, if all of these blank areas other than these two, because these two are already considered filled in, if I fill in all the other ones, that also triggers the end of the game. So in order to get ready, now all I have to do is set the market. And this is going to be one. Every round, these tiles are going to shift from left to right. And we're just going to choose them by random. So without looking at any tiles, we are going to I'm just randomly picking stuff and seeding this in here. And I'll talk about these in a second. What these are worth, or some of the iconography on here. All right. So before we start the game, just know that any tile that ends or here with or at the bottom is purple, that is considered a project. Any animal or anything that ends or has a yellow band at the bottom, that is considered an animal. And any tile with a blue band at the bottom, that is considered a building. Here in the little tickets, these are points that we will score at the end of the game. So this one would be 7 points. This one would be 6 points. We have some iconography up here. You'll notice that might match some of these tiles up here, and a lot of the things that will come out on other cards that we kind of want to get some synergy for. You will notice also that there are like this is a female and this is a female, and if I ever can find a matching male and get them married up to each other, I will also get a conservation token as well. Anytime I cover up one of these 4 or 5 spots here, I will get an additional benefit. These 2 here will allow me to draw an extra tile. These 2 here will allow me to take one of these cards if I want to, and shift them down, kind of repositioning some of these cards, if you will. And this one will let me take any tile from the display, regardless of what their power is, or if I've already chosen 1 or 2 previously. Lastly, at the beginning of the game, I have to start in one of these 3 tiles. This is the entrance to the zoo right here. And so whatever tile I take in subsequent turns has to go into one of these 3, and then every subsequent tile has to be touching a previous tile. It'll make more sense as we go. But now getting ready for turn number 1. Notice I have no tiles in my hand. So the only thing that I can do here is grab this first tile here, and it tells me I can only grab from a range of 1. Well, that means I have to take this tile. And that is mandatory. Every turn you are going to take a tile from here. Now, this does not get filled up automatically. Only at the end of your round, if you will tiles get fed back in, and that's basically done when the AI chooses will choose a tile randomly from here, match the number, he'll take the tile, then everything slides down and we fill it back up. So my first one I have an herbivore. It is a project. It is a 3. I have to be able to play a project at 3. Well, I couldn't do it anyway. My project is only at 1. So the only thing I can really do, I can't play this project. So the only thing I can do now is I can choose one of these tiles here, or excuse me, one of these cards to either take 1 tile from the display, or I take 2 tiles from the pile. Well, nothing is helping me right now. So let's take a look at what we've got out here. We've got two Americas. We have one building tile. We have two mountains. We have kind of a European one. We have an Asia one. And these are, I guess, two lizards, if you will. None of those are up there. So nothing here is really attracting me. Maybe. There's nothing water up there, so maybe I get rid of this one here. So I'm going to tap this card. And if I keep referring to this tile as a card, just know interchangeably it's the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and draw two cards randomly from the pile. So I will take this one here. And I don't know, I'll take this one here. So now I have 3 tiles in my hand out of a maximum of the 6. I think is maximum I can have. And so now nothing I can do. So this is going to go ahead and move down like so. So notice my project tile, my purple tile just got a little bit stronger now. Now it is at a level of 2. My forest tiles or my forest animals can now be played at a level of 3, and my mountain tiles can now be played at a level of 4. But I can't do that right now. So following here, can I play a building? Well, I don't have any buildings. By the way, buildings, if I acquire a building, you can play those kind of for free. But I don't have any buildings here. So that's not going to happen. I can't really play any conservation things right now, and I really can't upgrade anything right now. So we're at administration. So I'm checking my hand limit, nothing there. We're going to allow the bots now. I'm just going to kind of dig into here, and he is going to take tile number 2. So he is going to take that. And he's going to put that off to the side. Now, this is going to be out of the game. We'll just kind of set them up here. Where round 1 is down. So now we slide all of these down like so. And we're going to draw 2 new tiles and put them in the market and decide what I want to do here. All right, looking at the market right now, at the most I can do is pull from the very first 2 tiles because my power is 2, so I could pull either one of these 2 tiles. Now, looking at this and looking at the conservation up here, none of these match anything up here. So this guy is not going to help me in getting closer to completing any of these. He's only worth 1 point, so I think I might pass on him. So that just leaves me with the home right here. This, however, is going to be possibly hard to do. I have to place him next to 2 large animals, and large animals are considered sizes 4 or 5. He has to be next to at least 2 of them, and then if I can accomplish that, I get 6 points. But I don't see that happening, not for a while here. So that was part 1 of my mandatory thing. Now I have to perform an action. Well, I have no water tiles here, or no water animals. I do have a petting zoo animal. I do have 1 forest animal and an ape. I do like the fact that I have at least 1 ape here. This one is an herbivore and a project. This really doesn't help me unless I have more herbivores, which there aren't any. So I could either choose 2 more tiles. I could take one of these, or I could play this one from the display. Let's see, is there anything I like from the display? Well, I kind of like this koala because not only is he Australian, He is an herbivore, which would help with this. So that's not bad. And this would allow me to discard a tile, or up to 2 tiles. And if I did, I automatically get a pouch token for each tile I get rid of. And that is considered 1 point at the end of the game. This doesn't really help me. None of these 3 tiles help me at all towards conservation. And if I played it, I could relocate 1 tile in my zoo. Well, I don't even have any tiles in my zoo right now. I do like the America's Pavilion, though. I do like this because if I were to place it by a river, and this is the requirement here, I have to place this towards next to a river, either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. If I did that, I would get 1 point for every America's tile, contiguous tile it's touching. And it would make all future Americas, every time I played an American tile, I would be able to slide one of my cards down. So I kind of like these 2 right there. Or do I want to play something? I need to think about this for a second. Okay, so always laying down the first tile is always a little tricky for me. I think what I want to do, and I'll talk you why I want to do that. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to use this little 3D pig here just as a marker on the project tiles, just to let people know, or let myself know as a reminder that I did go ahead and take a tile as the first part of the mandatory part of the game during each round. So now I want to play a tile, and I'll show you my thinking here. I was going to grab this tile, but it's only worth 1 point. And I think I have a couple of chances. I might have a couple more turns to try to get a hold of this tile. It's going to move down, which will make it slightly cheaper. And I think I can maybe possibly pick it up here next round, if you will. That is, if he doesn't draw a 4. But I think what I want to do is possibly play this monkey right now. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this card, or pull it down halfway, signifying that I could play an animal in the forest genre or undefined genre or biome, I guess you would say, of a power of 3 or less. Well, my dusky leaf monkey is a 3 or less, and so I'm going to go ahead and place him here. I like this because that is a primate, and that will start working towards this. Additionally, I'm thinking I might be able to possibly chain. There's a couple of these up here that have this herbivore, not herbivore, the forest icon again. I might be able to start chaining, making my way here, and possibly get to the river eventually. I know I'm thinking a little outside the box right now. I'm not quite sure I see a vision just yet, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And so I played this tile in my zoo. That is going to move this down. Now I'm up to here. Could I play a building? I could. Well, it's optional. I can't make this anyway because I have to place it next to 2 large animals. So no. Can I play any Can I achieve any conservation objective? Well, no. I only got 1 thing out there, 1 primate. I need at least 2, so I can't do that. Can I upgrade anything? No, I can't upgrade anything. So that is more or less the end of my turn. So now the bot is going to go ahead and take a tile, and he drew a 2, so he is going to go ahead and take that tile, and then we will go ahead and shift everything down. And so now obviously these become much cheaper, and we're going to select 2 new random tiles from the pile. We have a turtle, and let's pick this one here. And we have a zoo school. Okay, So we're on the turn number 3. And the first thing I want to do here is I'll go ahead and take my little pig marker off. I can now choose up to the first 3 here because my arrow is pointing at 3. I could take up to these 3. I kind of like this, Australia. I kind of like the herbivore thing. I kind of like the fact that I could possibly play this to get some extra points. But now notice this is at a power of 3, and I just played that monkey, which put this down to 1. So maybe this, even though this is 4 points, none of this up here helps me. So it's down to these 2 tiles. What do I want to grab? Well, I think I'm going to grab the koala here. Because eventually I might be able to discard 2 tiles I don't care for. I don't see anything going for it. It's going to get me eventually 5 points, and this gets me 1 Australian icon, which moves me in that direction for getting that conservation. So we'll go ahead and take that, and that will go ahead and mark there. Now, I could take a tile from the display, or I could take 2 animals from the pile and move this down. There's nothing with rocks, so maybe I do that. Maybe I take this and I draw 2 random cards or tiles from the pile. Oh, look at there. We have another Australia. That's nice, and he's 4 points. That's pretty good, although rock and lizard doesn't really do me anything. He is easy to get out at only with a power of 2, but 4 points. I do kind of like that. So let's grab this randomly. Oh my gosh, another Australian one. So not too shabby. So there are my 2 tiles from the pile. I will go ahead and move that down. So I didn't play anything there. I played my power. Can I play a building? No, I only have the 1 building here. I still can't do a conservation. Although notice now I have 3 Australian ones. If I get that out, if I get 3 Australians out, I could possibly play this right here. That'll get me my first one out. I don't like this project. I don't see this helping me anytime soon. So it would be kind of good to maybe play this to ditch this one. And that would get me a pouch point. That's not too shabby. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and draw for the bot. And he drew a 1. Okay, so we'll put 1 up there, and he is going to grab that 1 tile. So that Indian python is gone. And so that is out of the game. And now we're going to go ahead and slide everything down. And we're going to go ahead and choose 2 more tiles randomly. I'll pick this one here, which is a library. And we'll pick... Oh, here we go. Here's a project. I like projects. I would like to get some projects out there, but that's pretty expensive right now. So, notice now my, starting this next round, my project is now at 4. So I could draw 1 up to these first 4 tiles here. All 3 of these are Americas, which are good. I like the project because the project meets one of the 2 projects here. I like the fact that this is an forest, but I really don't want to play this anytime soon because I would have to release in Americas and I don't have anything. So let me think about this for a second. Boy, this is a really tough decision here because look at this. This giant tortoise, he is 7 points, but he is a power, he's a large animal. I would have to get 1 of these cards flipped over to a 5, but if I were able to play him, he would give me a wild conservation. I could use that wild conservation for any of these projects right here that I'm deficient in. He could also be played in any of the three biomes, whether it's forest, rock, or water. It's kind of an undefined biome. He's also part of the Americas, which I kind of like those Americas. I like this one a lot. I also like the zoo here. I have to play it by the river, so I would have to play it in one of these 4 spots because notice up here these arrows, it says I have to have an open field or an open hex above me, and that's one of these spots right here. But you can only play it by the river, so it would have to be one of these 2 spots right here, and preferably it would have to be one of these 2 spots, because if you were to put them here, you would have to put a blank tile here, which would block that off. I don't know, but the nice thing about that one, if I took this and was able to play it, not only do you get a project, if there was a project, I could take one for free anywhere in the display. It gets me a wild token, and it's also worth 4 points. And it is a free play. But all things being equal, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one here. And I'm going to put this down in my my hand. Now notice now I have 7 cards. Or 7 tiles. I'm going to have to discard here something at the end of this turn because I can't keep 7. So now that I've went ahead and did that, I could either take one more tile from the display. Oh, you know what? Wait, hang on a second. I might have messed that up. Hang on. Let me backtrack here and think about that. I might have messed that up. No, I didn't mess that up. No, I can take him. My range tile I can take from the 3 for sure. These are playing animals that are in my hand, or playing a project at 4 or better. But I could have taken up to 4 on those first 4 things here. So now it's deciding what do I want to do. I think I might want to play an animal. But deciding which one do I want to play. So let me think about that. Now, this one wouldn't be so bad because if I play, well, I can't play him because he's at a power of 3 and my card is only a power of 2. I don't have any rocks or any animals. Well, I take that back. No, he needs a power of 2 and I'm only at a power of 1. So I can't do that. The bird, pelican, he needs a power of 4, but I'm only at a power of 3. So really, the only thing I can really play is possibly this alpaca here. Yeah, he's pretty much the only thing I could play. Well, I could play the project, which would give me 2 points for every icon on herbivore that is touching. This kind of weak. Yeah, I have to move something. Okay, I think I'm going to play a project here. More I think about it, even though I'm tempted to take something from the display, I'm not going to. I need to shift these cards up a little bit, and if I play this project here, that counts as 1 towards 2 of these, so I get closer to flipping a card over. But what I like about this is that not only will it shift everything up and work one, as I already said, I've got an herbivore, and if I can get this guy out next to him touching, that's going to score me some additional points at the end of the game, plus get me the Australia start moving. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play the herbivore. And I think I'm going to go ahead and play it here. So I'm like walking into the zoo, and here we have the little, possibly a little petting zoo here. Maybe I could get this one out later. So anyway, I'm playing a project, and that will move this card down and slide these down so that all these become slightly more powerful. So that now I'm still at 6. That will score me 2 points at the end of the game, which is nice. Can I play a building? No, I can't play a building. Can I support a conservation? No. Can I flip any of my tiles at this point? No, I cannot. So it is the end of my turn. So the bot is going to choose, and the bot he drew a 4. So we'll set that up, and he is going to grab this one, which I did like that one. So he's going to go ahead and take that. And now these are all going to slide down as such, and we're going to choose 2 more tiles randomly here. So there's one, and oh, there's a predator and Africa. And there's another Africa, and this time a bird. So that was turn number 4. We're going into turn number 5. Now I'm back down to here. I have to take this tile. I have to take it because that's the only one. So I'm back up to 7. I'm gonna have to get rid of a tile at the end of this turn. And there's a little gnat flying around my zoo. Okay, so we go ahead and mark that as that's done. So now what do I want to do? I could play an animal, or I could draw a tile from the display. I don't have any Africans out. I'd like to get an Australian out, that's for sure. I could play this bird out. That would give me 6 points. That gets me in Australia. It is a power 4, which is 4. That's not too shabby. That is 6 points. But it makes me place 1 open area from the pile into my zoo. So I would have to give up something. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. This is 4 points. I could play this guy. He is worth 4 points. He is Australia. That's not bad. I can now play him for 3 points. Or excuse me, 5 points. And I could possibly get rid of something. But now I don't know if I want to get rid of anything. Well, I could get rid of this for a pouch point. I could do that. But if I ever get 2... So right now, he's only worth... If I play him, he's only worth 3 points. But if I get 2 of them touching, that's 9 points. And if I get 3 or more of them touching, that's 18 points. So that's a lot of points, but I don't see anything up here. And we are... What are we? We're about... almost 1/3. We're about between 1/4 and 1/3 of the way through the game. So let me think again. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and play an animal here from the forest biome. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play this koala. And I'm going to go ahead and play the koala here. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to play him here because I could get a tile from the display if I cover this up. I do like this because I have 2 of them touching, so he's going to get me 2 additional points on top of the 5 points that right here. He gets me 1 closer to the Australia, and now I can discard, if I so choose, out of my remaining things here, I could discard a tile right now instantly, up to 2. to get an additional pouch point, and that's going to be a, I believe, is a pouch is worth 1 or 2 points at the end of the game. I have to look it up off the top of my head. I can't remember. Pouch points are either worth 1 or 2 points, but those are free points. So I think, as much as I kind of like this, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tile. And so I'm going to put them in my own personal discard pile over here, face down. And that is going to get me a pouch point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this pouch point aside. And I just looked it up. It is worth 2 points at the end of the game. So this is an additional 2 points at the end of the game there. So set out that koala. So I only got rid of 1 tile. So this is going to shift everything down here. And now the bot is going to go ahead. Oh, well, I actually have not done yet. Can I play a building? No, I can't play a building. Can I support a conservation project? Not yet. Close, but not yet. Can I upgrade anything? Nope, can't upgrade any of my my cards yet. So that is going to be the end of my game, or end of my turn. I have 5 here. I'm okay, and so he is going to choose 4. Ooh, so he is going to grab this project. So this project he has claimed. All right. So moving this down, we are now 1/3 of the way through the game. So he has had, he has drawn 6. Remember, we can only have up to 18. So we are through. Oh, look at that! Got Thorny Devil. That's the male. And look here, I have a Thorny Devil female. If I could grab that card. Next to that, I like it because that's in Australia. That's Australia. Man and girl tile next to each other will give me a conservation point. So I do like that. So if I could put something right here, I will be able to grab that. And you know what? I think I can. I think I can. If I play this one, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. So got to remove my little pig marker, and where are we at? We are at 2. So, do I want this America's tile, or do I want the library? The library says I have to have that building next to 2 projects. I don't, and it's only worth 2 points. I'm not sure if I like that because I only have 1 project so far, 1/3 of the way through the game. I don't have any other projects here. I need to get a second project. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one tile. I need a second project to get out there. So there's my project. Or there's my tile I selected. Okay, so what do I want to do? Do I want to play an animal? Or do I want to? Well, I could play this. If I play this one now, that gets me my second Australia. That gets me that guy right there. I think that's the way to go. I really do. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to play 1 animal from the rock habitat, and so I'm going to play the Thorny Devil right here. He is worth 4 points. And now, because I covered this tile up, I get to take any tile from the display as a one-time only. And why wouldn't I take this guy? Because he's in Australia, and like I said, as long as I play him in one of these 2 areas, I'm going to get some additional points. So I will go ahead and take that. Okay, moving along. Slide that tile down. Now, can I play a building? not yet. Because this one has to be by the river, and I'm not yet close to a river. But I would like to, eventually. And that gets me in Americas. I still don't have 2 large animals, so I can't play that one. So next, can I support a conservation? Well, I can now. I have 2 Australians. But I think I could do better. I could definitely play this one soon, and I could play this one. I might even be able to get to 4 eventually. So I don't think I want to do that just yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on that. I think I'm not, and oh man, there's 3 Africas up there. There's 3 Africas. I would like to start maybe thinking about doing that. So I'm not going to do anything. I can't upgrade, so we'll go, oh, before we slide anything down, he is going to pick tile. The bot is going to pick something, and he is going to pick number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, he's going to take the Nile crocodile. Darn. That was in Africa. That was 6 points there. That would have been nice, but oh well. We're going to slide everything down. Now notice I got to draw 3 tiles to fill everything up. So we'll fill, there's 1. We have a capybara. Let's pick this. Oh, we have an Indian python. And we have to choose 1 more. Oh, here's a fountain. Have tiles on all spaces by the river. Oof, that's 6 points to play that building. Okay, so we're headed into round number 7. I can pick up to 3. Up to the 1, 2, and 3. Birds don't help me at all. Either one of these are good. The African ones are going to be good for me. I do like this one. If I play this caracal, oh, that's a predator. If I play him, that gets me 3 tiles from the pile, and I get to keep 1 of them if one's an animal. So you know what? I think I'm going to grab that. And that brings me up to 7 tiles. So I either play a tile from my hand, or I'm going to have to ditch one at the end of this turn. So what do I want to do? Do I want to... Maybe now's the time just to save on to that. Maybe... Well, I can't play the rock yet. I cannot play him because he's at a 2. He needs 2 and I'm only at 1. So that's not going to do me any good. I can't play, I have no Americas to release, so that doesn't really help me. Plus this needs a power of 4, and I'm only at 2, so that one's out. I cannot play this. I can't play that one. I can't play, I can't play, the only bird, the only thing I can do really is play this, but I can't get next to a river yet. You know what though? I think we're gonna go ahead and play this anyway. I think we gotta. I have no water tiles here, so I need to maybe shuffle this down. So we're gonna play that. So I have to play him either on this tile here because that's next to the opening, or I have to put him adjacent to something here. I could, if I placed him here, well, maybe I kind of want them all the Australian ones touching each other, just in case I come across something that has them touching. I have to read this one real quick. If I place this, says place one open area tile in your zoo. I don't know if that means I have to connect it or if that could be anywhere. Doesn't make it, it's not real specific. Place one open area from the pile into your zoo. So which means I have to randomly take something here without ever using it and place it face down. But the question is, do I have to put it here or can I put it anywhere? So let me look at the rules really quick. I'm gonna take a brief timeout. Be back in a second. All right, I just looked up the rules on this, and this actually is you may place. You aren't required to. So I'm just going to go ahead and place the bird down without placing a tile here. I guess the only reason you would want to do that is maybe close up your zoo a little bit faster to trigger the end of the game, or if you had a tile that required you to have an open space. So I don't have any of those, and again, if you flip these over, they're only worth 1 point. So I'm giving up a whole space just for 1 point. I think I would only be interested in that in a multiplayer game because I could close this off my map up a little bit faster. So I don't think I want to do that, but I am going to play this Australian pelican. And I'm going to play him right there. And so that's going to get me 6 points at the end of the game. I am foregoing this part here. This will shift that tile down. And now, awesome. Next turn, I could go ahead and play this horny toad. And that'll get me 4 conservations, I think, which is a smart thing to do. It'll get me 4 towards this. I could play conservation. Once I play my first conservation, I get to flip one of these cards. So I'm closing in of finally making some progress here. So with that, I've played a card. Can I play a building? No. Or I don't want to play a building. I can't play a building. Can I support a conservation? Well, I can, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off one more turn. Can I upgrade anything? No, I cannot. So the bot is going to select a tile or a chit, and he is going to select 6. So he is going to take this last tile right there, and we'll go ahead and slide everything down. And that will bring us to turn number 8 as soon as I fill these up. So let's get, we got a reptile house. And let's see, what is this? We have an observation deck in the position 6. And for any of you guys that are wondering why I've got this, it's just for space saving. Actually, this market actually almost should go like vertical instead of horizontal. It makes the tiles fit very much more easier. Right now, I've got them kind of in this horizontal position, and this is wider than it is on the top. So that's why these aren't lining up as great as they could. But if you had that sideways, it fits much, much nicer, but we're not doing that. Okay, back to me. Turn number 8. I get to pick up to 4. Up to space number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this capybara. He's worth 4 points. He's part of the Americas. He's a part of an herbivore. That might be worth something. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the capybara, put him into my hand. So went ahead and chose that. Okay, here's now where things start getting interesting for me. I'm finally going to play an animal here, a rock animal. I'm going to play Australia. I have the thorny devil. I have the male. And I'm putting them side by side. So right now, notice I have the female and the male. I am going to automatically get a conservation token. And they look like this. And now that I think about it, I have 4 of these. I could go ahead and trigger the most expensive one. I don't have to worry about another Australian. If I grab this one right here, I get 14 points. I might want to do that. So before I do that, let's go ahead and slide this down and move along. Can I play a building? Well, I could. No, I can't play a building because I'm not by the river yet. I cannot play anything because I'm not spread out enough by the river. Can I play a conservation? Well, yeah, I can now. I can do, like I said, I could either do the 4 for 10 points, or I could forego another Australian, get this, and get the full 15 points. Do I want to do that? I might want to. And look at this. I have a mountain and a mountain here. I have another mountain here and in Africa and a predator. If I can get him out and start building in this area here, I'll be able to flip this one. I'm already going to flip. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to do that. We got to start moving. Game is ticking away. So I'm going to cash this in. So that is one wild and 4 Australians. 4 Australia icons for a total of 5. I'm going to take this 5 right here and I'm going to put this under the Australia. So this is spent. That's out of the game right now. And that's going to get me 14 points. Now, can I upgrade any? I can only do this one time per turn. So that was the one time. Now, moving on to, can I upgrade things? Well, I can upgrade as many times as I want to if I can. Well, right now I can. I can play this one right here. I can upgrade because I played my first conservation. So I could flip this over. And what that's going to allow me to do is I can take any one of these 4 cards now and flip them to their more powerful side. So, I don't have a lot of water animals right now. I only played 1 water animal and 1 water animal. What do I have? I have a mountain and I have projects that are forest. Is there any forest projects up here? Well, no, there's a mountain and a water. I do kind of like that water one, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. I kind of want to get this flamingo now. My next turn, that's if he doesn't draw the 2, because that'll give me an Africa, and I could start moving on the African stuff. But let's get back to what do I want to do. I have. Is there more? There are 2 waters up there, and I have a water here. Ooh, you know what though? He wants a 5. Well, it doesn't really matter as long as I get anything up here. Or maybe I flip. Maybe I flip him. And that way I could play 1 large. Do I have another large animal out here? Actually, I do. I have this. He's considered a large animal. So I could possibly get this house out there. And the only way I could do this is if I get this to a 5. But it can't be one of the project ones. I have to flip one of these over. So which one do I want to flip? Maybe what is the pelican? The pelican. Oh no, what is that one? He's a 3. Maybe I do. Maybe I flip. Maybe it's too early to really know, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip the 3. So all my water animals now, my card has become stronger. So now I can play 2 animals up to a total of 3, or whatever it's pointing at, or draw 2 from the pile. So I think that was a pretty decent turn there. Okay, can I? I've upgraded everything. So now, administration. I'm at 6 tiles, so I don't have to let go of anything. The bot is going to take something. We do not want him getting a 2. So what is he grabbing? He is grabbing a 4. Okay, so he is going to grab this snake right there. And now we're going to move everything down. And we're going to grab 2 random tiles. Got another house. We're building, and we'll grab this one. Ooh, there's a petting zoo animal. And remember, I got rid of my petting zoo animal, my other one, so bummer. Okay, starting over. What do we want? Well, there's no projects up there to take. I don't really like that library that much. I kind of like that flamingo. I do kind of like that flamingo. Reptile house. I don't have any Oh, I got... Well, darn. I only got the 1 reptile. And that's 2 points for every reptile touching it. But I've already blocked these guys off. And I'm going to have to put the tortoise over here to get the other house out. So that's not going to do me any good. Okay. Can I get next to 4 different animals and or continent icons? Well, I could do this. Yeah, that's 4 different icons. There's continent icons. There's 1 continent, 2 continent, or animal icons. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. Well, if I got that, that's only... Oh, I can't get that though. I can't get that. Oh no, I could get this one. 4 different animals, but that only gets me 1 point. That would get me 1 point for everyone touching it. That's only 4 points though. I don't know if that's worth it. This is 2 points, and that gets me closer to Africa. I think I'm going to take the flamingo. Okay. So now, I can't play this yet because I have to be able to... Oh, I could play the flamingo. I could play him. That would start... But that just shifts. I really need to get him up to 5, though, so I could play the tortoise. I don't have an Americas one. I could play that project. I almost have to get an Americas out there. I can't play... I might... Oh, gosh. Well, oh, darn. I can't... No, this kind of throws me off. I have to be able to get... In order for me to play this, I have to play a project and get that 5. Okay. If I play Africa, then I have to swing down so I don't block. I cannot play him. Can I play the capybara? I could play the capybara. If I play the capybara, That gets me here. That will get me an additional 2 points. If I play another... Oh, man. Darn. I really need to move this card. I'm going to have to play some, but I got to get rid of an Americas. Okay. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and play the Capybara. I'm going to place him right here for 4 points. And I might have to get rid of those 4 points to be able to play a project, which would get me my second project, which would allow me to flip another tile, because I got to get something here on 5. I got to get the 5 to get the 7 points, and this is a big points, right? These two things right here are big points, and that will allow me to get something possibly by the river as well. So yeah. So he was a power of 2. I could play up to 3. I don't have anything else, so that is going to scooch on down like so. And we have something to Americas here. Can I play a building? Not yet. Yeah, I can't play him by the river. Nope. Can I play conservation? Well, let's look here. No, rock, no. Boy, I need to play, oh gosh, yeah, I'd like to get that going too, because I could play that. Or I could next turn. That's good. Then I could flip a card. Then I could flip that. Okay, plan's coming together again. All right, what is the bot going to do? He is going to take card or tile 5. So he is going to take this. This is a weird one. Have 7 or more tiles in your hand, and if you have 7 or more tiles in your hand, you would play this to get 1 point. Oh, for everything in. I'm not quite sure I understand how this one scores. That's a weird one. This one says so the requirement, have 7 tiles in your hand. If you play it, you get 1 point for every, but is that at the end of the game? I don't know. I don't like that one. So we're going to move everything down. That was the end of turn 9. So we are now halfway through the game. And we're playing, ooh, look at that, Bronx Zoo. That's an Americas. And that's a project. And look at this project. That's one with a predator, and we need a predator. I like that one. And that's a predator. For every predator, we get 2 points. And I have a predator here. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay. Moving into turn number 10. So we are at the halfway point, because that was 9. And remember, we're playing up to 18. So we're halfway through. You know what I just realized? I have to retcon something. I actually can flip another one, and any turn you can flip you can upgrade more than one of these. And this one says I have to have at least 4 different, they cannot be the same, 4 different icons of animal types. So I have a bird, that's 1. I have an ape, that is 2. I have a lizard, that is 3. I have an herbivore. That is 4. I don't have the goat, nor do I have the predator, but I would. So theoretically, this was achieved, and that might have been even achieved 1 or 2 turns ago. But hey, that's on me. That's my mistake. So as part of our possible actions back here, I can upgrade any number of cards. I am going to go ahead and upgrade another card here. So I could upgrade 4 to 5. Maybe I do this. That way I could get that breeding one. That would be another project. And I like that one because I don't want him to get it because I need to work on. That's 2 points for every predator, including itself. And I have to get a project out there. So I think, I'm going to go ahead and flip that card. Let's just say I did this on a previous turn. So that was kind of my retcon mistake thing there, but I caught it just in time. Because now, at the start of my turn 10, I can select up to 5 because my power is now at 5. I am going to go ahead and select this because why wouldn't I? And now it says I can play a project as one of my cards, or as this is, I can play. Well, this is a project level 3. I am at project level 5. So I am going to go ahead and play this card. And look at what's going to happen. This is going to chain really good here. So I'm going to put a predator right there. Do I want to put him here on this side or do I want to put him on the other side? No, I'll keep him here. I'll keep this one here. So predator breeding 3. Okay. So that is going to go ahead and move me down. That's going to move that like so. And that was playing my one action. So not only did I grab that, I played, and now I'm moving on to possible. Can I play a house or a building? Well, I was going to, but no. I played this instead, so not going to do that. Can I support a conservation project? Not yet. Well, actually, take that back. Can I play a building? Now, I can play a building. Oh, no. It says play by the river. No, I could do this one. Do I want to do this one, though? If I place this... Oh, I might want to. So not only do I get 4 points for playing it, if I cover up this capybara, I still retain the America's title, or icon here, but I get 2 conservation tokens. Oh, but I don't think I can yet. No, this project... No, I take that back. Can I put... No, that's not a building. That's not a building. That's an actual project. That was my bad there. Okay, so I can't play a building. Darn. I need to get this up now to 4 to cover that up. I just realized that. My mistake. Okay. Can I support a conservation project? I do... Oh, you know what? I do have the 2 projects. I do have the 2 projects now, right? So I could flip this, which will allow me to flip another one of these. Which one do I want to flip? Do I want to flip the mountain or do I want to flip the forest? What do I have? I have 1 forest and 1 mountain. My forest is already at 4. Maybe I flip the mountain. I don't know. I'm going to flip the mountain. So I have 3 of my 4 cards flipped over. But I'm still lacking in some of this. And we're halfway through and closing down. You know what? Thinking about this, I'm going to retcon that. I haven't done anything. I'm going to flip this one 4, and I'm going to flip this one to 5. And I'll tell you why I'm swapping these two. Because this turtle as it is at 5. And I want to be able to play him so I can get rid of some more tiles and score some points. So I am flipping this one instead. So I did flip this one. I'm flipping it back to 3. I'm flipping this to 5 so I could play this one next turn. So now, chose my tile. That was at the beginning of the turn. So now the bot is going to choose for turn 10. And he is choosing tile number 3. 1, 2, 3. So bot has taken that one. Now, so we're going to move these down, and I'm going to choose 2 more. Ooh. Well, he's low scoring. He's an herbivore. Oh, there's a lizard, another project, including himself. That's 1 point for every lizard icon, including itself. Not going to get that anytime soon. Okay. Let us go back to choosing our tiles. So I can only choose up to these first 2 here. If I take the library, that has to be put next to 2 projects. Which means I have to have 2 projects touching each other. That's going to be tough to do. The other one is this lizard house. I don't really like this one either. But that's the best I can do. That gets me 2 points for every lizard icon touching that one. I do have this tortoise, so I might be able to get some points there. I'll go ahead and take this reptile house. Didn't really set myself up for that, though. So, that was that. All right, now here's the big turn. Play 1 or 2 animals with a forest habitat. Well, he is an undefined. He is forest, rock, and water. He is at level 5. So, I'm going to go ahead and play him. And I'm going to put him right there. So, nice thing about this is once I play him, I instantaneously get a conservation token. So that's good. Now, this is going to scooch on down to there. And now, can I play a building? Well, yes. Now I can. This is great. Play next to 2 large animals, size 4 and 5. Well, this is the only place it can go right here. And that is now 6 points. So that got me 6 points right there. And freed up a tile. So I'm not in danger of getting rid of something. Can I play a conservation token? Do I have 4 or 3 habitats of the same? No. I still only have 2 rocks. Nope. Can't do anything there. Can I upgrade? No. So, well, let's see. What conservation? Do I have two Africas? No. Do I have two monkeys? No. Do I have two predators? No. Do I have two Americas? I do have two Americas. But I have a feeling I might be able to get more Americas. I think I'm going to be struggling. I think I'm okay possibly getting this predator out. I think I might have a problem getting a primate out, though. So I could use this conservation to do this primate, but I don't really want to do that just yet. I think I might be able to get the Africas. I might be able to get the Americas. I'm going to hold off. Can I flip anything? No. So that's it. So take him off. We will see what is the bot going to get for turn 11. He is going to get, oh, darn. I kind of was looking at this project. He is going to get this reptile house. If I would have laid this one down, any future reptile, I would have been able to take something from the display. But I would like to get this earlier in the game than later in the game. Let's move everything down. We're randomly going to grab two tiles. Oh gosh, now of course all these projects are coming out now. Where were you earlier? Oh, we've got an otter. He's a predator. I do like that. But I can't afford to get him yet. He's in the 6th position. So I cannot get him. But that's something to keep an eye on because he is a predator. And I need predators. Okay. So I can choose up to 3 here. I still don't like the library. Do I want the donkey for 3 points? No. Do I want the zoo? All future Americas are cheaper by 2. That might be good. Partner Zoo with America. I think I'll take that one. I'll take that. And you know what? I could actually play that this turn too, because I'm at power 3. I'm at power 3, and any future America tiles I lay down will just be that much cheaper. So this would actually only cost me 2 to play. All right. Do I want anything from the display? No. Do I want to play... Do I want to play... Oh, do I want to play this? Oh, maybe I do want to play this now. If I play this... If I release him... It's America's... I retain the America thing, but if I play this project, I get 2 conservation, which I like. So I think... Oh no, I can't play this. Gosh darn it, because I'm only at 2. Why was I thinking this was wrong? I can't play this. Darn it. I have to scooch this up to this position here. So I can't play that after all. Darn it. Okay, let's look at Africa. Ooh, I do need to get Africa out there. I need to get Africa out on the board. And it's a water tile. Do I have anything? Do I have any? If I put... Or I could play the Bronx, though. I could play this. I could play this. 3 Bronx. I could play the zoo. and instantly take one tile from the display. If it has, oh, there is nothing with the Americas on there, so maybe I want to hold off on that. Do I want to play this guy? He's a predator. That would help. If I cover this, I get to choose I get to take a tile blindly to draw. Oh, I would have to get rid of something from my. Well, I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't think I'm going to be able to use this house here. So maybe we do that. It gets me a predator and an Africa. But he has to have something down here. So maybe that's rock. He is in the 4 position. That's a 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this. So I'm going to pull. Oops. I'm going to pull this one down to play an Africa. So I got Africa up on the board. I got another predator on the board, which is going to give me 2 points. I now have to play a tile from my hand, or from, I have to play an open tile. So I'm going to flip this, and it's only going to get me 1 point. So right now I'm going to choose a tile blind because covering this up. I get to choose a tile blind. That's going to go back in my hand. Ooh, I get a rhinoceros, but really doesn't help me out. And instantaneously, I get to draw 3 tiles from the pile by random, and if there's an animal, I get to keep 1 animal. So I'm going to select this one here and this one here. And do I have an animal? I do. I have a Chinese water dragon. That's the only animal out there. Oh, of course he's a lizard. As soon as we got rid of the lizard house. Oh, that would have been good. Ay, ay, ay. That would have been good because that would have got 2 points for everything. I can't keep these. It says draw 3 tiles from the pile and keep 1 animal. It's the only one I can keep. These get discarded. Darn it. This scooches on down. Okay. Oh. I shot myself in the foot. Well. Shoot. I just realized something. Made a mistake. I'm going to retcon something here, and we're going to go back in time. I'm still going to play this, but I'm going to play him here. And I'm going to play that there. But this tile, which would have been the rhinoceros, remember I drew that, I'm not going to be able to keep. There's too many in here. I'm not going to shuffle this back up. I'm going to put him out of the game. I'm just going to discard that tile altogether. Well, I'll just put it in this discard pile. So all I did was switch. The reason why is now I have 3 mountains. And that's going to make a difference here in a second. So, what am I going to do with the 3 mountains? Well, I have these 3 here. So, can I play a building? I actually can play a building. I actually can. I can play this by the river. Where do I want to play it, though? Let's just... do I play it here? If I do, I could move any 1 tile down to the 1 position. this is already in the 1 position. Do I want to move this down to the 1 position and move him up to 2? I want to play that project though. I would like... Oh my gosh, I could play these 2 on the next turn. Do I want to do that? I'd like to get this one up. Ay, ay, ay. Can I play, if I play this project... But there's nothing... No, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off. I don't want... Oh my gosh. What did I do? Oh, okay. I chose a tile. Okay, this is where I got lost. Oh wait, I played these 3, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little lost of where I'm at. Did I play a building? No. Could I play a building? That's where I was. I was thinking, could I play a building? I could play this. That would get me in Americas out there. And for every Americas I'm touching, oh boy, which means I have to get an Americas here. If I play this here, I think that works out. I think that works out for me in the future. Okay. Yeah, I play a building. I'm going to play... this building, right? I'm playing it here. This gets me 1 point for every Americas building it touches. So I've got to get an Americas here. And if I do, I get additional points. So I want to keep this Americas, this Africas. So that was playing a building. Can I support a conservation project? I think maybe I can. I have 3 Americas out there. But I'm going to be close to getting a 4th America. So maybe I don't. I think next turn I'll be able to get another America out there. So what does that leave me with? Primates. I think the game is winding down and I still don't see any other primates out there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this conservation point right here. And I am going to slap this down for 5 points. Now, I have 3 mountains touching each other. I can upgrade the last card. So I'm going to flip this one over. This is now upgraded. I can't upgrade anything else. I only have 4 tiles. I think we're good. The faster I can close this game out, for every tile or every chit that's left here that I didn't draw and trigger the end of the game, I will score 5 points for every chit left over. So he is going to take tile number 1. Good. I didn't want the library in there. I didn't like the library. So the library is gone. So we're moving this over. That was the end of round 12. So now we're choosing 2 new tiles for the round 13. And look at that, another Americas. And another Americas. Wow. That's good. Goodness gracious. Okay. And it's a predator. I want that predator. And it's an Americas. Oh boy. Okay. So, I can select up to 4. I like that otter. I only have 2 herbivores out there, 3 herbivores out there. That's a project. I don't think I want that one. Do I want the ibex? That's 2 for every mountain touching. If I played the ibex here or here, that could be worth that could be worth a lot more points than the 3. So it's either him or the otter. Um, 2 points for every water touching. I'm only going to get what I think I'm going to take the ibex because I have a better chance of scoring points here. So I'm going to take that. Now, what do I want to do? If I play this right here, I could play both of these water cards. Because it's a power of 5, and this is 3, 4, 5. This gets me 1 for every Africa touching. If I put it here, that would get me a couple of points. I like that. Do I want to play a project? Play 1 project at level 4. I like this because this gets me these Americas touching. And that makes all future Americas that much cheaper. And that would have let me get 4 Americas. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to play a project. And I'm going to go ahead and play this right in here. And so now this is cool. Everything in the future, including this turn, but that's okay. Anytime I lay down in Americas, it's going to be 2 cheaper. This is awesome. This gets me another Americas, which scores me points. Gets me a Predator, which scores me points. And that's 7 points. I think I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take him. Okay, I'm going to move the card down to slots. Can I play a building? I don't have any buildings. Can I support a conservation project? I can. I have 4 Americas. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 10 points. All I have to do is get 3 Predators out or 3 Africas out, and I can tighten up this game. So here's Africa, and here's 1 Predator. I thought I had another Predator. Maybe not. No other. So 1 and 1. All right. But if I get him out, that's 2. If I get him out, that's 2. What is the bot gonna take? He is gonna... Oh, darn. I kind of wanted that toucan. He is going to take the toucan. So the toucan is out. I did like that one. I was hoping to get another Americas. Well, man, if I could get the Americas, that's going to score me a boatload of points. So got to choose 3 from... Okay, so we have a partner zoo in Europe. We have... Oh, there is a Australian dingo, and he is a predator. And we have another Predator. We have another otter. We have male and female otters. Okay. I can choose at this point up to 2. Well, I don't want this project. I would rather get the 3 points maybe for this, let's see, if I grab this, take one building, yeah, that's only 1 point. I think I'll take this guy. I don't really care for it that much at this point, but that's okay. Wow, I could get this. I really want to get this guy out. I'm at a power of 4. And this is a predator, and it is America's. So why don't I do that? Why don't I? And that's a bunch of points. So we're going to go ahead and play this. And now I have to get rid of a card from my hand. I don't think I am going to be able to do anything with this guy anytime soon. So we will flip him over as such. So, instant. Draw 3 tiles from the pile and keep 1 animal. All right, so I'm going to draw 1, 2, and maybe this one. Okay, do we have any animals? No. The house doesn't do me any good. Bamboo forest? No. Oh, we do have another petting zoo animal. We'll keep him. If I compare these two guys up, that would be 9 points. These two are discarded. This is shifting down. Can I play a building? I don't have any buildings. Can I support a conservation project? Well, do I have 3 Africas? No. Do I have 3 predators? Oh my gosh, I do. I have 3 predators. 1, 2, 3 predators now. Boom. That triggers the end of the game. So, before we get to final scoring, let's finish out this turn. This triggers the end of the game. Can I lay anything else down? Can I support a conservation? Oh, I just did support a conservation. Can I upgrade? No, I can't do anything else. 6 tiles. That triggered the end, so I get this tile. So that is 10 additional points right there. You know what? I think that's it, because he's not going to play anything else at this point. This is only in play as if he triggered the end of the game. I would have one more chance. It would be my turn to see if I could get it, but I can't. So how many chits are left in the pile here? We have 5. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So we played 13 rounds. So because I said we were playing with the easiest level, which with 18, these are worth 5 points each. Plus the 10 points right there. Plus all my points. We'll go ahead and score up in a minute. But that, guys, brings us to the end of my zoo. Before I take off, before we get to final scoring, my idea was possibly trying to get these 2 things together somehow for 9 points. Or if I could have gotten another Africa, I was trying to think if I could get this in play and maybe one more Africa, that would have, I wanted the Africas to touch, so he would get 2 points for everything, but it just didn't work out that way. This ended up being worth much more points. So let's go to final scoring. All right, now that the game is over, we are getting ready for final scoring. And I have this little score sheets. These are double-sided score sheets that come with the game. And I'm going to go ahead and be using a pencil here. Now, in all honesty, I find you have to kind of go a little slow. Even though that the scoring sheet here kind of breaks it down, I do have to take my time a little bit and figure this out. So the first thing we want to do is just do all the animals. And so I'm looking at specifically only the ones with the yellow bands at the bottom. And then in the case of some of these, like this dusky leaf monkey, he scores 2 points for every forest that is touching him. So unfortunately, there's only going to be the one. So in other examples, or if you played this game and you had other tiles that kind of chained, you would be adding that up. So and a lot of these tiles count themselves as well. It would be this tile plus the contiguous ones it's touching. So without further ado, let's start calculating animals. So let's see, I have 7 for the jaguar and 7 for the tortoise, so there's 14. And then I have 6 for the pelican and 4 for the capybara, so there's an additional 10, so there's 24. I have 4 and 4, there's another 8. Here is 5 and 3. Here's another 8 and 2. So if I did my math correctly here, that should be 42 points. I wish I could have got a little bit more, in all honesty. I mean, I'm happy with these 7 points and these 6 points with these larger ones, but I really wasn't able to chain a lot of animals together right there like I've done in previous games. So this 42 is a little lower than I anticipated. So next up is buildings. And this building here is, well, let's see, I only have 2 buildings, so 6 points right here. But this one here is 1 point for every America tile that is touching this in contiguous. So if we notice here, I have an America, touching this, touching this, touching this, touching this. That all counts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 for that building and 6 for this building for a grand total of 11. Next up is projects, and this one would be 2 points for every herbivore contiguous touching. And right here, let's see, this is an herbivore, this is an herbivore, and this is an herbivore. They're all touching. So that's going to go ahead and be 2 for 6 points for that project. And unfortunately, this one here, this project is not going to score me any points. So, wow, not great. I was hoping... Oh, actually, I take that back. I forgot I have this project down here. So that's 2 points for every predator, and these do not need to be touching. So this is 2 for 6 more points there. So that is a grand total of 12 points just on projects. So let me go ahead and change that score right there to 12. Next up, I am going to score 1 point for every open space, and you're going to start with 2 automatically as just part of the pre-printed board, but I also put out 2 more during the gameplay, so that is a total of 4 points. Next up is we want to score all of our conservation, and I was able to get all of them out. So we want to add the 7 plus the 14 plus the 5 plus the 10. So that is 36 points. And for every conservation tokens, which would be these that I did not use, that would be worth 2 points each, but I used them all, so I don't have anything for there. But I did have 1 pouch point, if you recall. So that is 2 points right there. I did pick up this 10 points here for finishing the game prior to the bot, so I get 10 points for that. And then finally, we're going to get 5 points for each of these that I was able to get away for the bot not using. So there is an additional 25 points. Okay, so I think we're ready to get the final score going here. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to use a calculator on my phone because math is not my forte. If you guys had seen any mistakes that I had made while playing this game, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below, and I'll try to note those type of things. And if you're interested in me doing another solo playthrough, maybe making it a little bit tougher, maybe I'll take some of those tokens out, maybe down the 15 tokens, and see if I can, do better. Anyway, my score, if I'm doing the math right here, I did 142 points. I guess that's not too shabby. 142 points, but of course a lot of that was these 5 extra points here. That 25 points, this is pretty critical here. And again, the only reason I got these is because I completed these right away and went ahead and jumped at getting this, and of course that 10 points for beating the bot or getting everything out before he did. So what is that? Think of that as an extra 35 points. So regardless, 142, that's okay. I know when I played with my wife in a 2-player game, I did not score as well, but then again, that is head to head. And she had gotten the 10 points here, and I had only gotten the second place for 5 points. But she did much better in chaining things. Actually, I was really impressed. She was able to get two of these buildings, not these specific ones, but 2 other buildings to chain, and they just they had some really cool synergistic effects. And by the time she was done, I'm like, oh my gosh. Those 2 buildings got her like 14 points for each one of those buildings. So 2 buildings got her like 28 points, and that just smoked me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this solo play of Sanctuary. Again, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. And once again, my name is Jason, and you are watching my channel Pips-N-Chits. I hope to see you here soon.